Okay, y'all, this is freaky. So, you saw the thumbnail. You know what it is. We're talking about Prince. So I was feeling the Prince energy from like late last night. And it was like, read on Prince, read on Prince. And for some reason, I was like, I don't really know if I should read on Prince. What would I even say? I definitely was a Prince fan. And so I was like, what would I even say about Prince? So then, of course, I just hopped on here, turned on the camera, got out the cards, put on some lotion. I didn't have to go through as many shenanigans as I did for the Beyonce video, but I definitely had to put on like some of my protective jewelry. And again, I had to put on lots and lots of lotion. I had to put on perfume. And so one of the things that was coming through right away was he's very particular about the women in his life. So I hopped on here and something was like, not something, Spirit. And these two cards came out first. And I really don't use this deck a lot. So I really would have needed the book, but these two cards were like mixed in with other decks, and Spirit was like, use these to start this conversation. Just said, leave it here. So I'm like, okay, so maybe I should look and see, like I knew he was a Gemini, but I didn't know when his birthday was. And so I go online and his birthday was yesterday. Oh my God. And so then I was like, okay, I open myself up to the energy. So here we go. Prince is ready to come through. Prince is ready to chat. So the reason for this spiral, and this is very particular. So of course, the thing about Geminis, I have a Gemini moon. I also have some cute Mercury placement. I love my Gemini placement and I love my Mercury placement. And it's so funny because people have so many like feelings in quotation marks about Gemini. So I used to low key be ashamed of my Gemini. I have Mercury in Libra, by the way. And my sun is conjunct Mercury as well. Okay. So in the 10th house. Okay. So anyway, hence my gift for the gab, speeding from back and forth within conversations. I get along extremely well with Geminis. Like we can just start at point A in a conversation, end up at point Z. We zip right back around and we know exactly where we left off. Okay. So this attention to detail is very important. So what he wants us to know with this spiral, and even the way I do the cards, bless you, is that we started with the quote unquote dark light and then we descended into the quote unquote dark. Now, I usually don't like to use the terms light or dark because a lot of that basis is racist with the light being like pure and all those things and dark being like bad, right? And so being indoctrinated in that way, I've had to do like a lot of unlearning in my language. And so it's very important for me to say that as a spiritualist, as a teacher, for us to be like very particular and careful, again, Mercury, Gemini, about how we speak and the language that we use, okay? So when I say light, dark, what I'm saying is, the way I'm speaking of it is the known and the unknown, okay? So in this spiral. So when he started out, when he first began to get into the music industry, there were things that were known. There were things that were upfront, okay? He thought. But then I'm hearing very quickly, very soon, things started to take a turn. contracts, people, places, the things he saw, the things I saw, the things I experienced, okay? No person should have seen those things. No person should have experienced those things. And there was a spiral. And there was no... Okay. And of course, with this spiral, it's like before I knew it, things were out of control. Now, this is super interesting. This untrustworthy, just what I was saying. And I feel like this untrustworthy has to do with this rainmaker, okay? This person who, like, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, was like a manager, and almost like a manager, a friend. And I don't know if you can see these angel wings behind it. And we know there's all kinds of angels, honey. This was not an angel for good, okay? This was a person who literally swooped in. Wow, and we have the 4 + 2 in numerology. That would be 6. So that's family. 5 is freedom. So it's like this person swooped in. And then you see this is a young figure. We know Prince was very young when he started his career. And this person sort of swooped in and was like, oh, I can do this, I can do that, I can help you, blah, 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 blah. But this person was untrustworthy, okay? And it says here, we need to recognize that not everybody can be trusted. However, the confidence we place in our own judgment is the deepest level of trust that we can experience. So that's super interesting because it's like he really was within a den of vipers, I'm hearing, and no amount of protection. Wow. Sitting here at the top of the deck. Look at that. Sitting here at the top of the deck, we have survival. No amount of protection, like the things he learned as a child. You know what I mean? Like, we know that he was raised Jehovah's Witness, and then he returned to his religion later in life, but it was low-key too late. It's like he turned to it for his survival, but it was too late. It was already the end. It was, I was going to say injuries, but what I heard was industry, the drugs, the women. Not saying he was on drugs, but just like the medication that he had to take for the pain that his body was in. And it's like, just like that, I was taken out. Just like that. And he thought he had a handle on it. But there were forces. What is the energy surrounding the latter part of Prince's? Oh, we don't want to get there yet. Okay, fine. Okay. So the beginning, the height, the height of his career. Wow. The height of his career. So we have the sun here in reverse. So even though he had all of this attention, he was in the limelight, he had all of these things, it still was not a super happy time for him. What characterized the height of his career? Wow. Wow. So we have mirage, which is exactly what I was talking about. All that glitters is not gold. Okay, we know that to be true, right? All that glitters is not gold. This actually is not in reverse. And then we have numb. So he just got to a point where he was just totally numb, mystified, because he thought that this was going to be the answer to his prayers. Obscurity, people not understanding him. Irritation, oh my God, I could just keep going. And then illusions, holy shit. And then frustration, wow. And saying pull this one too. And then this fraud. Wow. this was at the height of his career. This was like Purple Rain era, I'm hearing. So it was like a massage. It was like a massage. It was a mirage. It was a mirage. It's like somewhere along the line, maybe when he was around 18, 19, between 18 and 25. I'm not really sure about the timeline of his career. I know that he was young. Yeah, I'm not really sure about the timeline, but this was the energy around him. So it's almost like the first 2 or 3 years were kind of the best. And maybe that's when he was out playing the clubs at first. And then, yeah, it's like the more he got hooked in with managers, agents, users, the worse it got. This is too many cards. The worse it got. The only good thing was the music I'm hearing. The only good thing was the music. Tell us more about Prince's life. Tell us more about Prince Rogers Nelson. Prince Rogers Nelson. Oh, wow. Sometimes I hear your voice. I fear that you will reject me. So a lot of his life, there was also this fear of rejection. This sometimes I hear your voice. I feel like this was a grandmother, not so much a mother figure. Yeah, that's a good question. Okay. How did Prince feel about his mother? How did Prince feel about his mother? Oh, wow. Cool. Okay. Strong woman. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. So I was curious about that because of this. Sometimes I hear your voice. I feel like more it's like a grandmother than his mom. So his mother here is showing up as leave the survival here. I can get rid of that. Okay, fine. Thank you. I'm kind of like, when I read cards, it's kind of like when I cook. I like to cook in a clean kitchen. I don't like to have like a bunch of cards around me, but it always ends up being that way. There's just like cards everywhere. So the mom, we have the Ace of Wands, and I love the like strong hand here. And this is like, I also really like, I'm going to read this because I like the way this is actually described in this book. This is like planting yourself in the ground, like being very firm. But she had these demons with this 10 of Swords. She had these demons. She had people picking at her. Well, we know that she experienced abuse, right? That's one of the things that we are aware of. And we do have this, yeah. Yeah, here we go. Ace of Wands. This is a wild world pulsing with purpose and life. It will take great effort to live the adventure that you have gifted. You set yourself to a task knowing that each scratch and scar is a lesson you have learned. Your own potential is a mirror of the wild world's greatest potential. Both are complex, tangled, and boundless, right? So, she was a very fiery figure with this Ace of Wands here, because that is about fire signs. And she was very strong, but again, she had these demons that she just could not, they kind of overtook her, okay? And so that's how he feels about his mom. His grandmother is definitely a guide for him in the previous life. And I mean, when he lived and now I'm feeling. He wants to talk about new artists coming up. So interesting, actually. Lizzo is coming up for some reason. Message for Lizzo? What is Prince's message for Lizzo? We have Dreamtime Odyssey. I literally have no idea what this means because I just got this deck last night. I do see it's a number 4 though, which has to do with foundations for me. Interesting. You know what? I think Lizzo said something before about when Prince died, it changed her music. I wonder if this is like he wants her to keep focusing on her dreams and not get caught up in like the BS of the work. Let's see. Our minds are often locked into accomplishing tasks the way we have always done them. Schools teach children that there is one correct answer and everything must be discarded as quickly and efficiently as possible. This foolishness blinds us to all of the wonderful, strange, unexpected answers that are at our fingers. Very few of our most useful inventions would have been created by the adhering to straightforward thinking. Acknowledge the first direction your intuition takes you in, but then put a bow on it. Forget all the rules and allow yourself to consider the wisdom of the absurd. Start at the end rather than the beginning. Pretend you are from another planet or another time and consider how you might approach the situation. Ask yourself, which beliefs are limiting me? What is the strangest solution I can count on? So yeah, that, I don't know what all that means, but what I feel like, and I do like this bow, is for her to continue just to be herself, to pay attention to her contracts. That's super interesting. To pay attention to her contracts. What is the I want to talk about Lizzo's archetype as well. What is Lizzo's archetype? What is Lizzo's archetype right now? Wow, interesting. Interesting. So, okay, I get it. So we have Queen. Does she have a song where she calls herself a queen? I don't know. But she definitely radiates. Oh, wow. And there's that first word, radiates. Holy crap. Regal feminine. Uses her benevolent authority to protect others. Yeah. So it's like, number 1, stick to your dreams, not your guns. Stick to your dreams. I wonder if, oh shit, I wonder if Prince comes to Lizzo in her dreams. I wonder if Prince comes to Lizzo in her dreams. I don't know. I don't know if they ever performed together. I don't know. But I wonder about that. That's interesting. So there's actually some advice here for her. And it's not in the reverse. Sorry. I just put it that way. Is for her to, this says monk, nun, selfless devotion, and single-minded dedication to spirit. So he wants her to tap into her spirituality again, and it's interesting, this spirituality and this dreams. And again, look at how similar these colors are. And then we have gossip, which we know they be throwing gossip her way. And so what does he have to say about this gossip? What does Prince have to say? Imposing impediment. Is there something else? Oh, okay. What is Prince's message to Lizzo? What is Prince's message to Lizzo? So I have, thank you for leaving me and I don't really know you. I feel like this is something about management and contracts. That's what I'm feeling. I feel like it's something about management, contracts, perhaps people actually close to her leaking things to the tabloids that we may hear like in some months about her parting from management, etc. And then this imposing impediment, again, I feel like this being linked to this gossip. You know, the message here, it's like Lizzo, Megan, like all of the younger artists coming up, it's like paying attention to your circle. And this monk slash nun to me is like a message for them to almost go into hermit mode, to kind of step back and look at the way things are, looking at soul ties. It's so interesting because these two people, their hair is kind of connected. And then here, like the venom is connected here as well. And so it's almost like people that she thinks she's close to, that she's connected to. I'm hearing soul ties. I don't know about like her partner, if she has a boyfriend or a lover, just making sure that they're not the ones who are actually leaking things to the tabloids, sharing her business and things like that. That's what I have. That's what I have. Everybody needs to be true to themselves. Now, what about, we're not going to talk about the circumstances around the passing, because what he's saying is the passing is not about, it's not as important. What's more important than talking about the circumstances surrounding his passing? What's more important? Like staying present, what we're doing right now, like loving people. Did I say staying present? And it says restlessness? So staying present. People need to stay present. Wow. And we got the survival again. But I don't understand that survival. I need clarification. What do you have to say about survival and this restlessness? What do you have to say about the survival first, please, Prince? What do you have to say? Thank you. Anguish. Simply knowing there is an end to this feeling of sorrow is the very beginning of your healing process. So if people are in, if people are in survival mode, is that where we're going? Is this message for people who feel like they're in survival mode? Is this message for people who feel like they're desperate? Because that's how, yes, because that's how they get you. That's how they get you. Wow. That's how they get you. That's how they got me. If that's how they get everyone. That's how they get everyone. Because if you're in your 9 of Cups energy, a Cups has to do with emotions, right? Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius. I'm sorry. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. If you're sitting and you're like resting and your like emotions, if your emotions are balanced, if you're not in survival mode, if you're not in, but the word is desperation. We were always so desperate. We were always so desperate. We were desperate for victory. But what we get over and over and over again in this cycle is the 6 of Wands reversed. This game is not to be won by common people. This game is not to be won by common people. This game, what is the game? I mean, obviously it's the industry, right? What do you have to say about the industry? What do you have to say about the industry? Y'all see that, right? Revenge. Revenge. Wow. And this is for anybody. This isn't just for people who are in the industry, even though we're talking about the industry. This is for when you have an air of desperation, when you are restless, when you're not in your body, meaning fragmented, when you're delusional, right? You're not seeing things. correctly. You're just like in the odyssey of your own dreams. You're not paying attention. That water energy makes me feel, very Piscean, very wispy, getting sort of carried away, right? It's very easy for people to come in and take advantage of you. It's very easy for people to come in and take advantage of you. Wow. The industry, justice in reverse. Wow. 7 of Cups in reverse. In the upright, 5 of Wands. This is all the industry. It's very important. Sacral work, root chakra work, all those things that people like myself talk about. These are the things that can keep us out of this energy. Keep the snakes away, I'm hearing. What else does Prince have to say about the industry? Reflection of artifice. So again, it's all about the smoke and mirrors. It's all about the smoke and mirrors. And oh my goodness, she has the apple in her hand. And you know what I'm saying? So it's like Eve and the apple. And it's like, again, they offer you this apple and you take it and you start to get further and further and further away from yourself. Going down this spiral. Wow. So, thank you, Prince. Thank you. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so you saw how we started out kind of light in the beginning, right? Like he had a couple of good years, but then it just went down into this spiral really quickly, I'm hearing. Really, really, really quickly. It's very important for people to know that it was quick. Any words that you want to leave us with? Any words that you want to leave us with? Okay, I need to get another deck. Okay, so of course we would go to Rumi. Of course we would go to Rumi. What is your wisdom? What is your wisdom? Prince Rogers Nelson, let's hear from you. Let me hear from you. Let me hear from you. What do you want to leave us with, Prince? Thank you so much for everything. The courage of your love. Not this one. Okay. Let's see what this says. It's not reversed. The courage of your love. Wow, y'all. And I asked for a look at this. Doesn't this also almost look like, so there's 2 people in here and then there's this light here. So it's almost like the portal. It's literally almost like he's speaking to us. And these are people, y'all. These are people. Can you see it? And it's almost like this is us and he's shining his light and his wisdom from beyond. Wow. These readings be tripping me out, I have to say. Honestly. Honestly. Okay, 38. Wait, no, it's not right. That's not right. 38. I went to page 38. Shout out to the person who said they like my English accent. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, now I messed it up a little bit. Okay. The courage of your love. It's a lot here, so here it is. We'll just go here. This oracle comes with a particular guidance for you. You are not to give into less than your worth. Lord have mercy. Or the shaming stories of others of our culture that would cast your regal lion nature into the falsehood of beliefs that you have no choice or power. And literally, y'all, my neighbors have a duck. I'm literally in the middle of the city and there's two ducks in front of me. Mom! 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 These people have a duck in the backyard. These people have a duck in the backyard. 2 ducks. 3 ducks. What's going on? Let me get back to this reading. I feel like that's a sign from Prince, right? It's got to be, right? Like, they're not doves, but they are animals that fly. Okay. The neighbors have 3 ducks in their backyard. In the driveway. Look out the front door. You look out the front door. You're going to see 3 ducks right now. Yes. Okay, sorry, y'all. You are not to give in to the idea that you are a victim and cannot free yourself from suffering, or that you are less than any other. These are lies. These are petty deceptions so unworthy of you. Do not believe them. Roar at them until the weak glue holding them together melts under the fire of your holy breath, and they lie dismembered and powerless at your feet. Then intend that those bits and pieces in decay are lovingly... The back door. The back door. They have 3 ducks and a pit bull in the cage. They wilding out. Then intend that those bits and pieces in decay are lovingly returned to the Earth Mother, through whom they can be used to fertilize new life. Boom. So this oracle has another message. You have a challenge before you, but you have what is necessary to succeed and overcome it, no matter how long it has endured or how big you have built that challenge up to be in your mind, no matter how unsolvable, unlovable almost came out, so we're going to leave it, unsolvable the issue appears to be, there is and shall be a victory beyond it, and it is imminent. And that's on period, Pooh. That's on period. Thank you, Prince. Thank you, Prince. Thank you all for watching. If you all made it to the end of the video, let's see. What would Prince like? Something purple. I don't know what. Put something purple in the chat. And please like, share, subscribe. I think I'm up to 52 subscribers now, which makes me super happy. Of course, I'm trying to get to like 10,000, 20,000. I know I have a ways to go, but I'm going to just keep rocking out with y'all. And, hopefully you will just keep rocking out with me. I think you can tell I love what I do. Anyway, let's just, let's light a candle for Prince. I'm going to light a candle for Prince right now, actually. So let's light a candle for Prince, and that he continues to thrive as an ancestor. And yeah, that's what I have for y'all. Play some Prince today. I'll see you next time. Bye.